Mi sentite? Mi sentite? Tutto a posto. Solo Michele, se riusciamo, perché non so per... No, è solo per sto fatto del rettore che mi ha pregato di non fare tardi, però...
Intanto diciamo ci mettiamo sul palco, io vado sul palco e quindi Massimo direggerai.
Casomai ma sono le 3:20, pure tra 5 minuti, in modo che riesco ad arrivare poi per le 3 a Pettorato, insomma.
2 minuti sono sul palco.
Non ti preoccupare.
Ok,
ok, d'accordo.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, cool. Okay, Guido. Okay, so I invite you to take a seat. We start. We're not late on schedule, only 5 minutes. We were waiting for some partners. I saw some of you coming just a few minutes ago. So, please have a seat. We will start, as written in the program, with the saluti istituzionali, the greetings from the people that are hosting us. I invite the mayor of the city of Sorrento to come here on stage. A venire sul palco, and also the president of the city council. So they are our hosts here today, in this very beautiful venue, in questa splendida sala del teatro. And I also invite the people from, after the picture, from directors to have maybe the person that is connected. All right, thank you very much. So I also have the pleasure to introduce to you the director of the Department of Civil Engineering of the University of Salerno, who's also sending us the greetings on behalf of the rector. And I would leave the floor right to you, Gian Vittorio. Thank you very much for this. Of course, I know I am a professor of the Department of Civil Engineering, Gian Vittorio Rizzano, our director, very supportive with all our initiatives, and of course with this project that we are just kicking off today. Gian Vittorio, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Michele. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon also to the mayor of Sorrento. I have the pleasure and honor to bring a brief greeting from the Department of Civil Engineering of the University of Salerno. First of all, I also bring the greetings from the rector of the University of Salerno, Professor Enzo Loia, unfortunately busy with another institutional commitment. For the University of Salerno, for the Civil Engineering Department that I have the pleasure of directing, this project that you are starting today with the kickoff meeting is a source of great pride and pleasure. The pleasure, first of all, of seeing the collaboration of important groups of experts coming from 12 different European countries on the important issue of prevention and management of the natural disaster risk extremely aggravated by climate change. Italy is one of the countries most sensitive to catastrophic events. The reports drawn up by a United Nations Office for Disaster Risk Reduction highlight that Italy is among the top 10 countries in the world for generated value and average expected losses caused by natural catastrophic events, occupying the fourth place behind Japan, United States, and China. In the last 70 years, over 10,000 victims have been registered due to hydrogeological and seismic phenomena. The economic damage in the same period is estimated at around 290 billions of euro, with an annual average of around 4 billions of euros. In this project, as I have said, the events associated to climate extremes that you will consider are forest fire, meteorological, hydrogeological, and agricultural drought, weather-induced landslide, including debris flow, fluvial and pluvial floods, storm surges. These events are all catastrophic events that unfortunately flag the territory in which we are now and in which the University of Salerno is located. Just remember, one for all, the tragic landslide of vast dimension of Sarno of 1998. Therefore, I want to thank all of you for giving life to this project with the submission of the proposal and the best compliments for the success of the proposal with the positive evaluation by the European Commission. Allow me a special thanks to my colleague in my department, first of all, Professor Michele Calvello, then also Enrico Sicignano, for the commitment already dedicated to achieving the success of the proposal and for the commitment that I am sure they will make to reach the objective of the project. So on behalf of the Department of Civil Engineering and of the Rector of University of Salerno, I want to wish to all of you the best possible success for the HuT, the Human Tech Nexus, and to achieve the final goal to recognize the solution for building a safe haven to cope with climate extreme. This is your words. Good work, and every time you want, you will be welcome at University of Salerno. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Director. And I'm saying he's sorry, but he has to leave because there is another committee, and that's why he couldn't be here in person. He just called me this morning. Thank you very much, Gian Vittorio. And I now hand the floor to our host here in Sorrento, Comune di Sorrento, Municipality of Sorrento, the mayor, il sindaco del Comune di Sorrento, and a partner of the project. So, you know, it's not only a Salute institutional that is like hosting us today, but because we will work together for 4 years. Quindi le do la parola, traduco io. Sì, mi metto là. Ok, grazie.
Thank you. Grazie. Benvenuti a Sorrento. Noi siamo lieti ed onorati di essere partner di questo progetto insieme a tanti enti ed istituzioni di prestigio internazionale.
Does it work? Okay. Welcome to Sorrento, and we are honored and grateful for having this event here in our city with so many international important institutions.
I cambiamenti climatici che il pianeta sta vivendo sono diventati ormai da tempo una realtà con la quale stiamo imparando a fare i conti.
Climate change has become reality now, and we are coping with it, facing the reality on a daily basis.
Questi cambiamenti con gli eventi atmosferici che ne conseguono sono per noi un grandissimo rischio perché impattano su un territorio come il nostro, bellissimo ma particolarmente fragile.
And of course these changes and of course the events that are related to climate extremes, as we say, impact our territory, and our territory is beautiful, yes, but at the same time very fragile.
È per questo che siamo particolarmente interessati a seguire l'evolversi dei lavori che state portando avanti, perché crediamo fortemente che un contributo possa venire e di questo contributo possa beneficiare la nostra amministrazione ed il nostro territorio, da sempre impegnato anche nella prevenzione del rischio idrogeologico.
And indeed, that's why we are really grateful to you for this project, because this project, the outcome of this project, the activities you will carry, will be beneficial for us, for our territory, and it's a territory where we face risks, especially hydrogeological risks, we've been facing them for a while.
Vi rinnovo gli auspici di buon lavoro e vi do appuntamento per le prossime giornate di lavoro, in modo tale da poter seguire mano a mano l'evolversi degli studi e di mettere anche in contatto i nostri tecnici con la vostra organizzazione, i vostri apparati, affinché possiamo conseguire dei benefici concreti.
And with this, I thank you for being here. I wish you success for this kickoff, and I'm also hopeful that these activities will be a chance for us to get in touch with the best scientific knowledge, what we will produce, you will produce, and our technicians will use, hopefully, what you will produce on this territory. E con this, e con questo la ringrazio molto, Sindaco, per l'ospitalità. Prima vado in italiano, poi dopo traduco me stesso, per l'ospitalità che ci sta dando, per questo supporto che non è soltanto, come ho detto prima, un supporto formale, ma è sostanziale, e quindi noi speriamo di non deluderla nelle richieste che ci ha fatto di lavorare insieme e di portare un contributo. So I just thank the Mayor for his support, and we will wish us good work, because it's important for us and for you. Thank you very much. And so, thank you very much. I guess the Mayor will leave us, il Sindaco ci lascia, but we will continue. Grazie. The President of the City Council will stay here, and he will introduce the partner, and we will move on. We move on with the program. So, as you see, in the program now, it's my turn to briefly remember to all of us why we are here. And we are here because this is the kickoff meeting of our project, the HuT. 4-year project. Let's see if I can move on. Yes, okay. So once we move, the timer starts. Indeed, you received, I guess yesterday night when I sent the email, and today the printout of the executive summary of the project, some concise version of the grant agreement. It's 26 of us in terms of partners, institutions, plus many more people, of course, and plus some boards, external advisors. And you can see here the logos that I've been asking you in the past few days. That's why we wanted this to put out all of this material. I will be brief. I said the HuT in a few slides because, of course, supposedly we know what we are dealing with. But I would just want to remember for all of us the main characteristics of the project, to introduce the meeting. And so we are dealing with innovative disaster risk reduction solutions. And we do that as we wrote in the proposal. And now it's not a proposal anymore. It's a project that started a few days ago, on the 1st of October. The idea is to integrate and leverage best practices and experiences that are multidisciplinary in a logic, as we said, that would go from the multi-hazard to the sort of all hazards approach, a transdisciplinary approach, to devise hopefully useful risk management tools and approaches to deal with the different events related to climate extremes. And as we wrote in our project, we have 6 major categories of events. They go from forest fires to droughts, heat waves, all the way to landslides, floods, and storms. We decided that the project will focus and is focusing only on the prevention and preparedness phases of the disaster risk management cycle. So we are not going to address the emergency phase, and by doing that, we decided that we will essentially work at 2 different time horizons, over 2 different time horizons. The short term, that means days to several months, when like warning for the events, getting ready for the events with a few days or a few hours even of anticipation, eventually for avoiding potential disasters, or at least avoiding major casualties. And long-term planning as well. So the other time horizon is long-term. So from years to decades, of course, very much related to the climate conditions and forecasting climate change in the future decades. Our playground is, we called it the demonstrators arena. It's 10 different case studies. In the project, in our jargon, they are demonstrators. So we have 10 demonstrators. We have 10 demonstrator leaders in the room. We have some of them, let's see if the pointer works. It's more difficult because, okay. So yes, okay, it's kind of difficult to pinpoint exactly. But we have demonstrators all around Europe. 2 in Italy, 2 in Spain. We have Switzerland, we have Hungary, we have Lithuania, Germany, UK, and Iceland. And we are addressing in some of these case studies some more than one, what happened to the pointer? Okay, go back. More than one hazard, and in others, maybe only one, but anyway, our idea, as we said to ourselves many times when we were preparing the proposal, and now that we have to carry it out, is to have a cross-fertilization of knowledge by putting together the best experiences from the different case studies, even if they deal with different hazards, to see what we can do together as a group, as a consortium. To do that, we have work packages, as in every other project, and I remind to you, I put on this slide the schematic, the graphical scheme that we use in the proposal, together with the indication of the work packages. And indeed, at the center of everything, there is the nexus between science and technology and human behaviors, governance, and policy. All of that is the heart of the, let's say, the research that is in the HuT, in the project, but it's also the center of what we will be. This knowledge in the different areas will go into the demonstrators arena. So it will go into our playground. So we will apply some techniques, models, monitoring practices, and so forth in the different demonstrators. Without forgetting that we have explicitly tagged as work package 5 the transferability and scalability issues that indeed are at the center of our project, together with communication, of course, dissemination, coordination, management, but those are like the usual things. We ended up with the 5 work packages, these ones, because indeed we started from the needs of the main stakeholders in these different areas, and clustering these needs in classes, indeed monitoring, modeling, risk governance, risk transfers, knowledge-based action, and community involvement, we decided on a set of activities that hopefully will carry out good results during the project, at the end of the project, in the different work packages, of course. I thought that in this presentation, or initial presentation, short presentation, I would show to us in a good way so that you can read, the activities. It's 3 slides because we listed a bunch of activities. Of course, we have them within the work packages, and they became tasks, and tasks carry deliverables. Yes, okay, we know all of that. But also, we have this graphical schematic of the activities from, and you can see that somehow, at the beginning, we start with activities that are more related, let's see if it works, to the initial work packages, 2, 3, and then 4. So we want to involve stakeholders. Some of them are general, like demonstrator data portals. Of course, the management of demonstrators, each one together in work package 1, that is the demonstrators arena. Then we will be dealing with decision-making processes in warning systems. And you can see I grouped that together with multi-scale warnings and multidirectional communication. So the issue of warnings and warning systems is an important one in this project. Of course, from our background, we got together, maybe even starting from that. Public engagement, essential, and also producing material that is useful, like teaching material for cultural change. The way we called it is that one. I move on to the second of these 3 slides. The part related to governance and policy, mainly, but you can see it's mainly, but it's of course, oops, what did I do? I went, okay, this one. You can see, like, most of these activities are trans work packages. Like some of them interest more than one work package. And we will be addressing climate proofing. We will be, in some areas, deal with nature-based solutions, systemic risk. An activity about serious gaming, we will have to discuss a little bit about that for reasons that will be apparent maybe tomorrow. Decision support systems, insurance products, monitoring in a way that couples technological monitoring, called here IoT monitoring, and the human component, and we call that activity of that topic human sentinels. For sure, we will carry this activity out here in the demonstrator of the Monte Lattari. By the way, we are in Sorrento. Sorrento, not only a partner of the project, but actually a partner of the project because we are in this large area that we can call Monte Lattari, 32 municipalities in total. Moving on, we have some scientific and technological activities, mainly related to exposure dynamic mapping of elements at risk, mainly buildings, predictive tools for risk modeling. The important part of weather, nowcast and forecast, because of course, everything starts from there in a chain that is not a linear chain, as some people have, there are a lot of us that are saying important stuff on the subject out there in the literature. The international DRR Nexus forums, hopefully we will manage in our yearly meetings, not a kickoff, but the last 2 of them, to engage others from outside the consortium in these forums. But of course, we also have the local forums, and the local forums will appear at some point in our work. Of course, the local forums for each demonstrator. Replication roadmap, essential activity for W working group 5. Outreach and engagement, networking and exploitation strategy, essential activities for the dissemination and communication exploitation work package. Okay, this is here just to remind to us that, of course, for any project, you have a bigger version of this, 1 page A4 per year on your executive summary, but that's what we committed to in terms of deliverables. At the end of the day, they have to be delivered. They are called deliverables. They have to be delivered. And we have a few milestones that will tell us whether we are on track or not on track. And that I was mentioning before, the International Disaster Risk Reduction Nexus forums. We will have them during the yearly meetings. And we will discuss about the yearly meetings we know where they will be, depending on if we have to change the timing of those, we will check. So hopefully, it's going to be 4 interesting years for all of us, starting from, let's say, today, although formally we started on October 1st. all the way to the end of September of 2026, 4 years from now. We will have time to get to know each other, to work. Let me close this presentation. I'm not late on schedule, but anyway, I'm putting here, and you have, again, these on your executive summary in the last few pages, the teams, the boards, the panels that make up the consortium formally, because we wrote that they exist. The project management team, besides me, there is Guido, deputy coordinator. Alfonso Rossi Filangeri, he couldn't be here today for something important, and so he will be here tomorrow, and you will meet him tomorrow and the day after tomorrow. And then we decided, but of course the General Assembly at the end of Friday will approve or eventually amend this on 2 people, 2 work package leaders. We asked Joe Ting and Karina to be part of the project management team, and they accepted. Then we have the Demonstrators Arena Management Board. And here it's all the demonstrators leaders. We have 10 of them, so 10 plus me as the coordinator, plus Jo Ting she's both leader of WP1, that is the work package dedicated to Demonstrators Arena, but also leader of demonstrator in Germany, so she has the double role there. So that's us in the board of the Demonstrators Arena. Then the different, so I just want to mention, as of course, to carry on the activities of the project, mainly it's a local thing between me, Guido, Alfonso will be there, plus 2 external persons. Every month we'll check on the progress of the project, sorry this way. Then for the Demonstrators Arena, we decided to have trimestral, online meetings every 3 months to check on the progress of the different demonstrators. And then we decided to have also 1 meeting every 6 months. One will be in presence when we meet for the yearly meeting, and one will be online for the scientific coordination team to check how things are going in terms of work packages, tasks, deliverables, those are the bureaucratic parts that we have to carry out. But I'm not saying the bureaucratic part. Anyway, yes, the work packages will be represented by means of their leaders in this board. Finally, all of us are in the General Assembly. All of us meaning 1 person per participant. I remind you that we are 26. 26 is indeed 20 beneficiaries from the EU. And then 1 is an affiliated entity to the beneficiary CMCC. And so it's 21. And plus we have 5 beneficiaries that are getting their money from their own country. So UK, 4 of you, and Switzerland, another one, for a total budget of around 7 million for the whole consortium. But it comes from these different sources. We know why. We know why, I don't have to say it now. We meet with the General Assembly every year, starting from Friday, first General Assembly. And if, of course, if some of these people, for instance, Georgi from Kotivizzik is not here with us live, he will be represented by somebody else. Likewise, also Markus Stoffel will be represented by, I guess, Anna Skolobig. And, of course, these are the people or their representatives. Finally, to close off for real, although I still have 5 slides, I don't know, yeah, there is something, but small. The 2 external panels, the Legacy Advisory Panel, I see here Manfred Stali, thank you for being here, from Landwehr. I see Brian Golding from HuT, but also from HuT Office, that is one of the partners, but anyway, representing HuT. I didn't meet Marlene yet, so I don't know if she came. I didn't see her. Maybe she's not here yet. Irene, she's here. Thank you. Gavin will join us on Friday online. And then we have the Legal and Ethics Advisory Panel. In this case, I know that Jonathan and Emilia and Case are not here today. They will be, Jonathan and Emilia will come in person starting from tomorrow or Friday, and Case van Westen will be online on Friday, but maybe they are listening to us right now because we are streaming this meeting, as you know. All right, so I'm not going to read the summary canvas. I just want to say that of course, even at the end of the day, it's deliverables, but the expected results essentially are the ones that we wrote in this column of the summary canvas. And of course, we expect to get these results because there are some needs that we are addressing. And of course, we expect that these results may become impactful, so they may produce outcomes and impacts out there for the future, not only within the 4 years of the project. With these, by now you know the official logos. We just decided on that together with Icons. They did it for us. We had to choose, and this is our logo now. And we managed in the last few days also to use it for the different, I don't want to call it merchandise, but for the different, graphical things that we produce for this kickoff. So this is our logo. You will use it, and also use the hashtag the HuT Nexus. That's our handle for the project. So if you are social, that's a good thing. Social in terms of if you whatever. It was a strange phrase the way it came out, but please disseminate if you are indeed in the social networks, and the HuT Nexus is the handle, the hashtag, or however you want to call it. Thank you very much. I'm done. I stayed in the 20 minutes. I was keeping the timing. Now, without a break, we will have a break after this initial session. Now it's time to meet each other one by one. We come on stage, and one by one we show our face, and also we share a few words about our institution. I would like to start, invito qui sul palco, inizio con il Comune di Sorrento, anche se even if we go in the order that we have in our proposal, ID 1, 2, 2.1, 3, but let's start with Comune di Sorrento, that is our host. So invito il Presidente del Consiglio Comunale, I invite the President of the City Council, Luigi Di Prisco, to take the floor. I will be translating the few words, and tu stai qui e io metto qua. Perfetto, grazie, thank you very much.
Buonasera a tutti e grazie per essere venuti e per aver scelto la nostra città. Dirò dei brevi cenni sulla nostra città, sulla presenza qui a Sorrento e sul progetto e per quello che ci rappresenta.
Allora, thank you very much, first of all, for being here, for having chosen to be here in our city. I will say something very brief about ourselves, the project, and our role in it.
Sorrento è una città che ha delle sue origini molto antiche, in epoca pre-romana, e poi ha avuto una forte vocazione turistica sia in epoca romana che successiva fino ad oggi, passando per il Grand Tour. È collocata all'interno del Golfo di Napoli e fa parte dell'area metropolitana della città di Napoli.
Okay, I can say that also you can read some of the things about Sorrento, but we can say that the city has a very ancient origin, Romans, pre-Romans even, and then there was an important phase important phase for Sorrento, the city, with the Grand Tour. And that's where we are.
La nostra città supera i 15.000 abitanti e ha una superficie di circa 10 km quadrati con una densità abitativa di 1.560 ed è tra le 20 città più visitate nel nostro paese, in Italia, e abbiamo come presenze turistiche circa 2,8 milioni all'anno. Quest'anno vi dico che questa cifra è stata notevolmente superata perché è stato un anno di overbooking, un anno veramente importante sotto il profilo turistico sia per Sorrento che per la nostra nazione.
As you can see, only 5,000 inhabitants, 10 kilometers squared, but one of the 20 cities most visited in Italy. We have over 2.8, on average, 2.8 million tourists per year, and this year was particularly important for tourism, many more than usual, overbooking everywhere.
Per noi oggi è un onore avervi qui presenti a Sorrento ed essere partner, o meglio comune capofila di questa 3 giorni, di questo progetto che si avvia oggi sui cambiamenti climatici. Ricordo all'inizio, quando con il professor Calvello e con gli altri membri dell'Università di Salerno abbiamo iniziato in modo embrionale questa avventura che parte oggi con questa 3 giorni.
All right. Again, I thank you for the fact that we are part of this important adventure that starts today with these 3 days. And it was, I want to mention that when we started many months ago, last year, in the proposal phase, it was a lot of discussions locally to understand how to better be part of this proposal.
Oggi si parla di cambiamenti climatici. I cambiamenti climatici, a mio avviso, devono stare al primo posto di un'agenda politica non solo locale o nazionale, ma a livello internazionale. E sotto gli occhi di tutti tutto ciò che sta avvenendo nel nostro pianeta negli ultimi anni. Periodi di forte siccità che si vanno ad intervallare con forti piogge, che creano numerosi disagi e disastri a tutto l'ecosistema e al nostro ambiente.
Climate changes, this is the topic of the project, a very, very important topic. For us, problems related to periods of droughts followed by periods of very heavy rains, and it is very, very important for our territory.
Tutto ciò, e concludo, deve stimolarci a mettere in campo delle strategie per far sì che a livello politico e a tutti i livelli queste problematiche non creino mali disagi, e questo deve essere anche degli stimoli per dei progetti futuri. Infatti una cosa importante per la nostra città, per come è conformata a livello geomorfologico, è quella del recupero delle acque reflue, affinché queste acque, sia delle sorgenti ma in modo particolare l'acqua reflua delle piogge, venga riutilizzata, venga conservata, incamerata in delle grandi vasche per far fronte ai periodi di forte siccità, perché queste saranno le nuove sfide del futuro e su questo si giocheranno i prossimi la nostra sostenibilità sia ambientale ma anche la nostra sopravvivenza.
Okay, I will be say the gist of what he said, that this territory climate changes for us, specifically in Sorrento, we face problems on a daily basis. Among them also the wastewater, how to treat wastewater, how not to waste the wastewater, like collecting it, recycling it. We should use it for, spare it for periods when the water is scarce. So this is one of the challenges that we have, among others, related to climate change, and we hope we can do it in this project. I want to thank...
Grazie a tutti e vi auguro un buon proseguimento di lavori. Buona serata.
Thank you all, and I want to just add that, of course, in the project, Sorrento is the leader of a group of municipalities that we will be trying to create on these issues, specifically to deal with these issues in the Montilatare region. Grazie mille. All right, I promise this is last for me, and then it's you. But I said, let's start from ID1. ID1 is University of Salerno. Let's go back. Here it is, okay. So, partner University of Salerno. I'm also representing this partner, the institution. The University of Salerno, you can see there an aerial photo. I took a screenshot from the web page. We have a campus. It's not located in Salerno. It's close to the city, but in an area where all the buildings and faculties are concentrated, about 40,000 students. 2 main campuses indeed, Fisciano and Badonissi. Main campus Fisciano, medicine, the Faculty of Medicine in Badonissi. The history of the University of Salerno is recent in a way, but it can be dated back many, many centuries ago, if we think about Scuola Medica Salernitana. And then at the moment, in different times, new faculties were born. At the moment, there are 10 faculties, as I said, many students. The group The group is two departments. The civil engineering department, I see, there's me today here. I see Professor Felici, the second in the picture, Gaetano Pegoraro, the last one in the picture. The other, Dario Peduto and Vito Foresta couldn't come today. But there is also the Department of Physics. I saw before Maria Vittoria Gargiulo, in the audience. Professor Capuano will come tomorrow. He couldn't come today. And then we have the project manager. You will meet him tomorrow. And in this project, we will be carrying our activities also based on our experience. And I want to mention that as the group of the Geotechnical Engineering Group of the Civil Engineering Department, to which I belong, we've been dealing with landslide risk since a very long time. Landslide risk assessment and mitigation is the title, for instance, some of you know us, many others don't know us, of a school that we are having for PhD students since 2006. We are now at the 17th edition. And the group from Paolo Capuano in the physics department, they won an an Horizon 2020 project just last year on similar issues. So he's leading the core project, and we will have synergies, of course, among our projects. In terms of what we will be doing in this project, okay, we are the coordinator, so we have a leading role in WP7. It's not even written here. And also we are engaged in many activities. And so you can see here the synthesis of what we are, what we will do. I don't think that I have to go through this list. We have many performance and many keywords in the different work packages. Without further ado, the time is over. I invite the next speaker on stage. To use this is very simple. Please, Guido, and then I will keep the timing and invite everybody one by one.
Okay. Good afternoon. I'm Guido Rianna, and I work for the Mediterranean Center on Climate Change, Fondazione CMCC. I will act as scientific coordinator for the HuT. I work for Fondazione CMCC. It is a no-profit research organization established in 2005. It became a foundation in 2015. It covers all the aspects related to climate change in terms of mitigation, in terms of adaptation, is the interaction of climate change with society, environment, and the world of business and decision makers. Its structures is all around the country. We have different seats in Milano, Venezia, Bologna, Viterbo, Sassari, Caserta, and Lecce. And also the scientific organization is structured in different research divisions that cover all the aspects related to climate change. In the specific, two divisions are involved in the HuT. IAFES, the Impacts on Agriculture, Forest and Ecosystem Services divisions, located in Sassari, and Regional Models and Geohydrological Impacts, located in Caserta. CMCC is also widely involved in outreach and promotion activity and communication activity. As you know, probably you are our newsletter, or you have followed, attended our webinars. The team is characterized by a high multidisciplinarity. There are civil engineer, physicists, environmental scientists, we have agronomists, forest engineering, and so on. Also because we more or less will be involved in all the work package. In the specific, CMCC will act as a leader for two demonstrators. Demonstrator 3 concerning Lattari Mountains, and Demonstrator 8 concerning Ogliastra Province, where very different geological hazards and hazards will be investigated. We'll participate to work package 2 and work package 3, but we lead the work package 4, where we have also the responsibility for task 4.1. For transferability and scalability, we will act as leader for task 5.1. So more or less, we'll be involved in different tasks, and so we have the occasion to work together in many activities. Thank you.
CNR on stage. So we go with the order that you know, and so after these is going to be Arion. Yeah, she's the one. Yeah, please, after. You will see there is a timer there for you, so keep the time. But I will also keep the time, so that if I stand, it's because time is over.
Okay. Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. Okay. So my name is Valentina Baciu, and I work at the CNR, the National Research Council, which is the largest public research institution in Italy, with performing many multidisciplinary activities. In particularly, I work at the Institute of Bioeconomy, IBE, which has a number of headquarters, and one is in Sassari, Sardinia Island. IBE deals with the definition of mitigation strategies and adaptation option, let's say, to global changes. And in particularly, my group deals with sustainable use of natural resources, including the development of strategy, of models, of tools for climate change mitigation and the prevention of fire risk in forest areas and in urban interface areas, the so-called VUI. We also work on risk from soil degradation and desertification, and in rural development and spatial planning in order to enhance natural capital. This is the group that will be involved, so myself, my colleague Michele Salis, and our Director of Research, Pierpaolo Duce. And we will be involved in mainly three WPs. So WP3, governance and policy, where we work together with LEITA and with CMCC and with IASA to development of new financing instrument for disaster risk reduction, with a special attention to demonstrate to them aid in addressing fire risk in Sardinia region. Then WP4, in order to develop, together with CMCC, models that will be applied in DEM 8 for climate change impact assessment, and then in WP7. Okay, thanks.
Very much for keeping the time as well. And so Arion, so we go one after the other. That's the way. It's 26 of us. You will see there is a timer there, and it should be easy to manage.
So I will start with the introduction, if there's anything I can press. So I would also at the same time invite my colleague Anke and Stefanie to come up where I'm introducing our organization. So we are part of the HuT entity called Climate Service Center Germany, located in Hamburg. We are a group of natural and social economic scientists in-house. We work with different kind of cross-cutting topics in climate change. And climate service means we transfer the climate information needed that is usable, understandable for any end users, municipalities, citizens, etc. And we are located in Hamburg, so one of our General Assembly will be welcoming you in Hamburg. So in the HuT, we have so far three scientists working working for different kind of tasks, and I'm the World Package 1 leader. I have the background of economics, and for the past few years I work with adaptation with cities. And we have Anke, and Anke, would you like to say a few things about yourself?
So my name is Anke Schlüssel-Rico. Hello, everyone. I'm leading climate service and art at JERIX, setting up a matchmaking platform for art climate science projects and getting art into climate research projects from the beginning on. I'm a Romance philologist and art scientist by nature. I have quite a long expertise as a curator. I realized some exhibition at UN Habitat 3 at Quito, in the European Parliament at Brussels, and the COP24 at Katowice. I'm working in climate, I've been working in climate science, especially within the WCRP community, since 2019. So, yours.
Stefanie.
Yeah, hello everyone. My name is Stefanie Trümper. I'm a colleague of Anke and Joting. I'm a communication researcher, and I have a special focus on science communication and climate change communication. Another focus is on memory reconstruction, especially regarded to disasters, especially storm surges. And moreover, I think we talk later a little bit more about narrative approaches plus the role of media and communication, and I'm looking forward to discuss everything with you.
So we have different roles, and I only listed the tasks that we are leading here, but of course we participate in other tasks as well. So as a Work Package 1 leader, we put a lot of focus in this narrative, and you will hear more the details about what we want to do and develop those narratives with each of the demonstrator, and including some of the how to engage the practitioners in some of the local Nexus forum, and how to create our common but local tailored design narrative called the HuT for me and you. And then we will also have other economic analysis that engage stakeholders from the beginning, and also how to put all our results in the policy level. So for example, we can target on international policy event like UNFCCC COP or some other UNDRR processes. Thank you.
And then after that is GFZ.
So just move forward. Okay. Oh, too far.
Too much.
Okay. Great. Thank you. I'm Daniel Schorlemer from GFC Potsdam. GFC Potsdam, the Geo Research Institute for Geosciences in Germany, is sort of one of the national research institutions for geosciences. We have about 30 sections, 1,500 people working there. We're part of the Helmholtz Association and covering pretty much all aspects of geosciences. We're located in Potsdam, Germany. Unfortunately, this is not the building I'm in, so if you visit us, it will be a little bit less fancy. We are in the section of earthquake hazard and dynamic risks, and the dynamic risk is really what brought us here, which is the development of exposure models, multi-hazard ones. The team, we have Tada as a PhD student working on loss modeling, Simantini, engineer by training, is doing the multi-hazard exposure modeling. Lawrence, sitting over there, joining us here as a geospatial data scientist, and I'm kind of team leader of this global dynamic exposure model. I'm seismologist by training, but with the exposure model, we're moving into a multi-hazard part. And the multi-hazard part is exactly where we see our most important role here in Work Package 4, the dynamic modeling on the building scale for all of Europe and all the demonstrators, including the loss modeling. You see an example here of the probability for damage of each building in the Coquimbo, Chile area after the earthquake, on top with the tsunami, where you can identify exactly which buildings are going to be hurt by that. And because we have developed this multi-hazard exposure model, we see a potential role in the communication and dissemination and exploitation part with the topical exposure maps and the risk communication and consequence mapping. Thank you.
For the timing as well. And now Yaza, Joanne, Linear Buyer. We don't have a presentation there, but you can go on the stage and tell us who you are. No, it's not UPC. It's no presentation here. You can keep the normal slide.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Apologies, we missed the instructions. I'm presenting here with my close colleague Florian Kroxner. First, I'll say a little bit about the Institute, a little bit about my team, and then Florian will tell you a little bit more about his team, because we're in two parts of the Institute. I'm Joanne Linneruth Beyer. I work at the International Institute of Applied Systems Analysis. a dreadful name, but it is actually a good name now that systems is becoming so important. We work in an Habsburg Schloss, just outside of Vienna, Austria, and it has evolved. Actually, it's really interesting. I don't have time to go through it, but it's evolved from a kind of East-West research institute that brought together the Soviet Union and the US and Europe. And we thought that all of that tension was over. And so now it's a global research institute with partners in all the BRICS, China, Brazil, South Africa. And we do primarily global research on global issues. We're participating primarily in Work Package 3, Policy and Governance, which I will be leading. I work closely with we'll be working closely with two colleagues at IASA, Juliette Martin, who isn't here, and also Janan Irshad, who will be working with me. We're a team that have been working really closely with Anna Skolobig at the University of Geneva. We will continue to work closely together, so you will see us as a team working on policy and governance. And our primarily we're located in Work Package 3, which we'll be talking more about when we present that work package. So now I'll turn it over to my colleague Florian.
Yeah, thank you, Joanne. Florian Kraxner, I'm happy to be here. I'm supporting Joanne, but while she's doing more the economic and risk assessment, we are doing the biophysical modeling here. So I'm also supporting Valentina, where is she, in the demonstrator 8 in Sardinia. So I'm heading a group on agriculture and forestry biophysical modelers, and we will support here the demonstrator 8 with respect to forest fire modeling. I think this is a quite important task, at least we feel like that, and we are very proud to be invited and here. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Then it's UPC is not here because Marcel, there was a problem with the plane this morning. The plane didn't work. He's about to come. So I move on. UPV, and so we move to Valencia. We're still in Spain. Quindi adesso andiamo non alla prossima, ma a quella ancora successiva, perché non c'è Barcellona, c'è Valencia. Numero 7.
I think, yeah, we have a presentation. Yeah. Hello, everyone. I am Adrià Rubio. I am here representing Manuel Pulido, who is actually the principal investigator of Valencia case study. We are the Polytechnical University of Valencia, participating into the project with two research groups. One of them is the Water and Environmental Engineering Group, whose director is Manuel Pulido, who is not here. He must be entering that door any minute now. The institute was founded in 2001, has 10 research groups. We research things like water resource management, treatment of water under climate change conditions, and many other topics related to water. Of course, in this context, we also study a lot of problems related to extreme hazards, such as flood and droughts. We are participating in combination with Javier Orozco, who is member of the Materials Research Group from the university, and he will support us in the heat waves part of the demonstrator. I don't know, yeah. We are involved in many other projects, such as the ones that you can see on the screen, coordinating most of them. So we are looking for synergies and further collaborations into different European projects. Finally, we are involved with the regional and the national government of Spain. We organize talks with Nobel Prizes, such as that you can see there. The Vice President of Spain also comes to the Institute often to talk about climate change adaptation for Spain and for the region. And yeah, the demonstrator is the city of Valencia is one of the cities for climate neutral in 2030. I think Sorrento was also one of the designated ones. So we will be very interested into hearing about that. Thank you very much.
And then we move on to NGI.
Hello, everyone. Yes. So I'm Luca Piciullo. I don't see the screen here. It's okay? It's normal or? No, I don't see it. It's fine. I can, if you give me the microphone. Okay. Well, I'm Luca Piciullo. I'm representing here the Norwegian Geotechnical Institute. As you can see from my name, actually, I'm not Norwegian. I'm Italian. I come from this region. And what is NGI? What is the Norwegian Geotechnical Institute? Well, we deal with both research and consulting, mostly related about engineering stuff, mostly geotechnical things. And is a foundation, and we do applied research, and we do innovation, technology development, and other things. We have 4 market areas. You can see them here, actually. So we have offshore energy, geotechnics and environment, and then we have natural hazard, the group I belong to, and then geodata and technology. Yeah, where we are located, we have the main headquarters in Oslo, but then we have several other centers in Houston, Perth, and Trondheim are the main ones. And then what we do many things. We do many things related with natural hazard. We do many things related with offshore wind energies, also things related with mining, tailings dams, onshore geotechnics. This is a general overview of what we do. What is going to be the team joining this EU project is myself. I am a researcher, geotechnical engineer. Mostly my background is about landslide, early warning systems, and tailings dams. Together with me, there will be my colleagues, James Strout and Farokh Nadim. Both are geotechnical engineers, dealing with James with instrumentation, VR, and landslides, and Farokh is expert about risk assessment and landslide mitigation. For sure, we will also add others, colleagues. Then what we are going to do, where we are going to be involved? Well, we are going to be involved in work package 1. We are going to lead task 1.3 about the local data portals. That's our main activity, and then we will also be part of work package 3, task 3.1, and work package 4 in task 4.2 and 4.3. I think this is my last slide. Thank you very much.
One second. Anna, just 1 second. We check. Controlliamo adesso, giusto? Vediamo. To check whether the screen will resume. Sì, lo vedo. Adesso vedo il desktop. Ok. Perfect. Okay, Anna, please. So GVP, C.
Once again, my name is Anna Smetanova. I'm from Global Water Partnership, Central and Eastern Europe. And I'm representing the team of 6 people from the regional secretariat. And the Global Water Partnership is a transnational organization, which is already 25 years advocating the safe use of water. And we are working in 183 countries and have 13 regional secretariat. Our regional secretariat is our regional secretariat is representing 11 countries in the Eastern Europe, and we have over 170 partners. Why I'm saying it? Because the work which we are bringing to this project is not only our expertise in the regional secretariat, but it's expertise of our partners, and that is also our strength. We are a partnership, and our main goal is developing the partnership, the knowledge transfer, the engagement of stakeholders and different partners across sectors, and communication, dissemination, exploitation. All our work is going in the direction of a transformative governance, to bringing a change, policy change from a local level to a national level, transborder and over-regional level. We are observer in many international bodies, like, for example, the ICPDR and others, and we are independent, perceive, and we are independent, gender and youth sensitive. We have been part of many projects, including Horizon projects related to drought, pluvial and fluvial flooding, decision support system, NBS. Currently, we are launching a community of practice on NBS solution for CEE, but also other regions. I'm also representative of IDMP, Integrated Drought Management Program for Central and Eastern Europe, which we are developing already 11 years. And what about this project? In this project, we are involved in almost all working packages. You will see our contribution in working package 1, working package 2, 4, 5, and 6. And we are leading working package 5, transferability and scalability, together with the co-leaders, CMCC, UNIGE, ICONOS, and HIRON. And we are also responsible for deliverables in this project, and mainly the deliverable 5.1, 5.2, and 5.5, being the deliverable 5.2 and 5.5 being also 2 milestones of our project. So I'm looking very much to our cooperation, and I wish all of us a good start of this project. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now we have University of Helsinki. Please.
Hello, everyone. We are the partner number Perfect 10. That's how you can remember us. My name is Sirkku Juhola. I'm based in Helsinki at the Faculty of Biological and Environmental Sciences. It's the most high-profile, largest hub of education as well as research on both biological and environmental sciences. As you can see from the numbers, we have close to 130 PIs and 79 research groups, but you'll be relieved to know that not all of those are taking part. It is only my research group, the Urban Environmental Policy Group, that will be the partner in this project. And I will now introduce you to the team. I will be leading this. My own expertise is particularly on governance related to climate, both mitigation, adaptation, but also somewhat recently on loss and damage retreat issues. I also work very close to the science policy interface. I'm part of the Finnish climate panel that advises the government on climate policy. 3 of our researchers from my group will be involved, and you can see their expertise listed down below. We're specifically interested in sort of climate risk also as a social process, how our everyday decision making will create risks, not only related to climate, but also for natural hazards. In this project, we're involved in work package 1 and 2, and we have several types of expertise that we can bring into that. That's it for me. Thanks.
Thank you very much. And then Aimo.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Harpa. I come from the Icelandic Met Office. We are a government agency under the Ministry of Environment and Natural Resources. The Met Office deals with, obviously, weather, but also hydrology and all types of natural hazards. And in Iceland, we have many natural hazards to choose from, both seismic, volcanic hazards, landslides, avalanches, and so on. And among IMO's roles is monitoring, analyzing, interpreting, informing, giving advice and counsel, providing warnings and forecasts, and, where possible, predicting natural processes and natural hazards. The headquarters are in Reykjavik, but we have regional offices in other areas, including the Avalanche Research Center in Ísafjörður, where I am based. And then we have observers all around the country. So at the Met Office, we have 130 employees around, apart from the observers that are both weather observers and snow and landslide observers around the country. The team is myself. I am a coordinator for avalanche and landslide monitoring. Anna Muniak is meteorologist, she will be at the team. Jón Kristinn Helgason is our #1 landslide specialist, and Unnur Blær is a geographer, a master student doing research on information dissemination to our area, demonstrator area. We will be involved in work package 1, 2, 4, and 5. We have a demonstrator in Iceland, in the East Coast, and we are the demonstrator leader. We will be working on human behavior, tasks, science and technology, and transferability and scalability. Thank you.
Thank you. After that is Vilnius University.
Good afternoon to everybody. I represent Vilnius University. Vilnius is located at the edge of European Union on the eastern side, just 20 kilometers from the Belarusian border. And the full name of our department is Institute of Geosciences, which includes geologists, geographers, meteorologists, hydrologists, and cartographers. And the more detailed department name is Department of Hydrology and Climatology. By the way, Vilnius University is the largest university in Lithuania and consists of 13 faculties and 3 scientific centers. And here you see our team, who starts from the beginning, and you see one young lady and 2 not very young guys, and also research interests. I am more or less forecaster. Another member is expert of climate change, and the third one is remote sensing specialist. And we are included into 3 work packages. Package 1, package 3, 4 packages, package 1, package 3, 4, and 5. And tomorrow I will present the demonstration area in Vilnius. So that's all.
Thank you very much. Arantec now.
Good afternoon to everybody. My name is Eixark from Arantec. We are a technological private company from Spain. We are in the north of Spain. Who we are? Arantec was founded to design and develop cutting-edge technology in the environmental monitoring field. Our company is specialized in the use of wireless sensor networks, and we use all this information as a multi-hazard early warning system. In fact, we generate information in real time. We provide end solutions to our customers, and we produce our own cloud-based software and the sensors. It's complete solutions with the automatical station, communication, and software. To work in the HuT project, this is the team from Arantec that we are going to participate. Me, Eixark, I'm industrial engineer. My colleague, Enrique Vidal, and Maria Fernandez, they are in charge of the wireless sensors, all the hardware component of the solution. Then we have Norman Morey. He is a senior software developer, and he is going to help us with the software development and with the integration of open data to the project. Marta Carbonell is here today with us, and he is civil engineer, and she is going to participate with us, coordinating a little bit our part of the project and with the project manager. And Christian Castillo is industrial engineer, and he is going to participate in the software development too, and integration open data. Well, what are the R&Tech tasks in the HuT, in the project? Mainly, we are going to work in two work package 1 in demonstrators arena, and we are going to co-create the local data portals. That is a tool to share information across the stakeholders, across all the participants of the project. And then in the work package 4, science and technology, we have mainly two tasks to do. One related to the IoT solution, the IoT monitoring and weather observation, the impacts in the ground, and with the human sentinels, how we can use the people, how can use the information that we have in the social networks to document and to incorporate all this information to the early warning system. At the end of all, the innovation nexus modeling, how we can incorporate all the data that is disponible in internet to risk characterization in the project. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you. And then we have Kotivicic.
Thank you and good afternoon to everyone. We are from the Middle Tisza District Water Directorate from Hungary. My name is Péter Sólyom and my colleague is Péter Katona. We are from the Hungarian Great Plain in the River Tisza Basin. Our center is in Szolnok town, and the organization structure is here. We are under control of the Hungarian Ministry of Interior and the General Directorate of Water Management, and altogether 12 directorates work in the country. One of them is our institution. The team, Attila Lovas, the director, he's not here, unfortunately. Our external expert, Dr. János Fehér, he's presented here. The international relations, Mr. György Rátfai, he's also not present, but we are present with Gergő. We are civil engineers, and Gergő was involved in the Rainman project, and they developed the Water 25 application that brought here to develop within this project. Our main task in this project, we are involved in the 4 work packages, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and the 5 work packages. And our aim is to further develop the mentioned application. And also we are demonstrator, and we have a test area within this project. This is the Hungarian Tisza River Basin. And thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much. Next in line is Icons.
Yes, hello, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Elizabeth Schmid, and I'm the EU Grant Office Director at ICONS, and I'm here today with my colleague Ilaria Bonetti. She will be the main contact point for ICONS in the HuT project. We'll see then her specific role. Okay, sorry. Okay, a few words about ICONS. ICONS is a private non-profit organization. We are based in the northern part of Italy, very close to the Milan metropolitan area. And we have more than 20 years experience in EU-funded projects. Our main mission is namely to support public-funded research and innovation projects, as well as individual researchers in maximizing impacts from their research results on society. And we do this by designing and implementing effective, integrated, and impact-oriented communication, dissemination, exploitation strategies. We are also involved in many projects dealing with social innovation frameworks definition and, of course, engagement activities with different stakeholders. So in the figure on your right-hand side, you can see our three main areas of activities. So science communication, social innovation, and business innovation. We have been involved in several projects, so more than 80 EU-funded projects in different research domains. Of course, climate change is one of them, but also energy efficiency, bioeconomy. And we have been involved in 40 projects in H2020, and so far we are involved in 22 new Horizon Europe projects. We are also a key partner of the Horizon Results Booster, which is a flagship initiative by the European Commission DG Research, supporting already funded projects in strengthening and boosting their impacts through dedicated joint dissemination and exploitation strategies portfolios. So the team, here it is. So we have Ilaria as a senior project manager at ICONS, so she will be the main contact point for Work Package 6, as we are leading the work package dealing with communication, dissemination, exploitation. Chiara Locuratolo, who is a communication manager. Claudia Crippa, she will be the exploitation expert of the team. Our role in the HuT, as I anticipated to you, will be mainly in Work Package 6, Communication, Dissemination, and Exploitation, the work package that we are leading, and will share responsibilities together with the Met Office, as you can see. Our main role will be to design the Communication, Dissemination, and Exploitation strategy and the plan, but also, of course, designing the exploitation activities. As you can see, we are also contributors in outreach and engagement activities and networking led by Met Office, and also in task 5.3, the replication roadmap in synergy with our exploitation strategy. That's it. Thanks a lot.
Very much. After that, later.
Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Antonio Tirri. I work in l'HuT. l'HuT is the competence center of the Unipol Insurance Group. We are focused mainly on data science and computer science topics. Our mission is to maximize the value of the data held by the Unipol Insurance Group. Think about we are the first motor insurance group in Italy with 4 million of customers with telematic boxes, and I think it's one of the first insurance group in Europe. We work on developing data-intensive and application using agile methodologies. Our offices are based in Bologna, that is our headquarters, and Milan. And we are about 70 persons in our company. Regarding the team who is working on this project, together with me, there will be Francesco Asaro and Francesco Loconti. They comes from the data science department in l'État. They have also a huge experience with projects for disaster risk reduction. Regarding me, I'm from the computer science department, and regarding our contribution, we are mainly involved into the work package number 3. In particular, we are leading the task 3.3, insurance and risk financing instruments for disaster risk reduction and local resilience. And yeah, our main activity is the leading of the design phase of innovative insurance products, let's say parametric insurance, for instance, and also bringing into the insurance policies high-value services for risk reduction. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We have Confagricoltura Nuoro now, because Sorrento, we already got it.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm here on behalf of the Confagricoltura Nuoro Gliastra. The Confagricoltura is an organization which represents and protects the farms. And it helps the farms in their business and economical development. The Confagricoltura works in whole Italian territorial. We are in Sardinia, specifically in Nuoro and Ogliastra region. Okay. We are here, okay. So this is the team. The team is made up of the president, Michelena, the director, Giuseppe De Melas, Mariangela Crabolu and Maria Giovanna Monni. They are employed since a long time in Confagricoltura. Mariangela Crabolu is also the leader in the project. And finally, it's me. My name is Francesca Cossu. I'm a collaborator since almost 2 years in Confagricoltura. The Confagricoltura and HuT is involved in work package number 1, demonstrator Sardinia, and the final work package coordinator and management. And that's all. Thank you, and good work.
Okay, thank you. Then we have, and I'm not sure if the Icelandic, no, not yet. So we move on, and then. And so we move to HuT. We don't have a presentation, but on stage she will tell us something. Senza presentazione questa.
Hi everybody. My name is Erna. I'm come from Iceland and from Österbro. I will tell you a little bit about Österbro. Österbro is a self-governing organization working in the interest of residents, businesses and the community in East Iceland. Österbro provides coordinated and multidisciplinary services, mainly in the field of lifelong learning, research, business development and marketing destination East. The organization is mostly run according to agreements with different ministries, public institutions and private parties. Although different, all the projects within Österbro serve the interest of the region, and their purpose is to promote the positive development of education, culture and businesses. Österbro has offices in 8 places in East Iceland and on average around 25 employees. So we will be in the work package 1 and work package number 7. Yeah, that's all. Thank you.
Oops, thank you very much. And so now we go to, indeed, it's you on stage, to the National Commission of the Icelandic Police and the Civil Protection Department. Numero 19.
Yeah. So hello everyone. Nice to finally meet you all. Finally, so nice to meet you. Finally. So my name is Ingibjörg Lilja and I am from Iceland. I am working at the Department of Civil Protection and Emergency Management in Iceland. And we are responsible for daily activities of civil protection matters in Iceland. Our main theme though is coordination and cooperation, so we are actually not responsible for the actions themselves. So between adverse events, we cooperate with local people, for example, with regard to hazard mapping, contingency planning, and so on. And then during events, we open a coordination center where we support the local people at site on the affected area with, for example, extra assistance and so on. And this is the team. Well, we are actually 14 people in the department, and the department is a part of the National Commissioner of the Icelandic Police. So in our department we both have police, but we also have people with other backgrounds, so we are kind of like a team with various backgrounds. And we are not many, we are 14, so it is very common that we just like work all together and we ask each other questions as much as we need. So that is like an example of the people that will be working with us in this project, but me and HuT, we will be the main contact points. And finally, we will be cooperating in package 1 or 2, for example, aiming to build a platform where people can both seek information about, for example, landslides, and also give information both in terms of stories and something that they see in the environment that they find important. So I think that will be it. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. University of Geneva.
So good afternoon, everyone. My name is Anna Skolobig. I'm a social scientist and I'm working in the climate change impacts and risk in the Anthropocene group at the University of Geneva in Switzerland.
My name is Mario Rohrer and I'm also working at the University of Geneva and I'm a climatologist.
So let me say a few words about our university to begin with. So it's an old university. It was founded in 1559 by John Calvin, and it's the Switzerland's second largest university. So it has 9 faculties from sciences to medicine, humanities, up to economics and social sciences. It has around 16,000 students, and the nationalities are quite stunning. It's more than 130 different nationalities, and this reflects a little bit also the atmosphere in Geneva. So we have over 600 professors and over 1,000 of researchers working with us. And because also of contextual and geographical issues, we are very close to the World Meteorological Organizations and other international organizations with whom we would like to also create networks and contacts for the HuT. So let me say just a few words about our group. Our group is a group with 27 researchers at the moment. It's a very interdisciplinary group, so from the natural science to the social sciences. And here you can see our building where we are located at the University of Carvogt at the Institute of Environmental Sciences, and you are very welcome to visit us if you pass by in Geneva. And our main area of research go from natural hazards and disaster risk reduction to paleoclimatology to the two research teams that are working more closely in the HuT, in climate change and impacts, and climate change and society. So let me say a few words about our team, or maybe, I will just start with Marcus. Marcus is the professor that is leading our group. He's the principal investigator for the HuT and has background in geoscience, geography, media, and communication.
Yes, Mario Rohr. My background is climatology. And I was also involved in another project dealing about disaster risk reduction anywhere, which take part from 2016 to 2020.
So Marco will be leading our Bern demonstrator case. So if you have any questions about this demonstrator, so he is the man to ask to. Then it's me. As I said, my role in the HuT, I will go more in depth into it, is mainly to work, okay, so time is running. It's me, a social scientist, and I will work also closely with Yasa on the governance and policy work package, and there will be another researcher that is not yet been identified. So briefly, because time is running, so we have a demonstrator case. So in the work package 1, we are involved also in the organization of the local Nexus Forum for Bern. In work package 2, we hope to really work together with UCL on human behaviors and operational warning system with emphasis on multi-scale and multidimensional communication. In work package 3, I mentioned already our role on, together with Yasa, on innovative policy governance and enablers for multi-risk. So we are responsible for a deliverable there. And then we are involved in work package 5, where we will be leading the Nexus Forum. So for all the demonstrator leaders, please get ready to be stalked by me and colleagues to organize the forums and get the best out of your really great case and demonstrators, and then some involvement in communication. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and thanks. UCL now.
Hi everyone, great to be here. I'm Karina Fernley, so I'm going to just introduce the UCL Warning Research Centre and then the team. So the UCL Warning Research Centre is essentially a joint venture between two departments at University College London, which is the Institute of Risk and Disaster Reduction and also the Department of Science and Technology Studies. So we were founded in 2020, and what we were trying to do is bring together a multi- and transdisciplinary perspective at looking at warnings for all different types of risks and hazards and disasters, and share those lessons. So we're bringing together expertise across UCL and also globally in relation to warnings. And we are the first dedicated warning research centre to look at natural and human-made hazards together. So we have a number of key objectives here, but really we're trying to get warnings on the agenda, and I'll be talking a little bit about that in a talk tomorrow, but also just to help create a centre, a dialogue around warnings. So we have around 30 members of our team at UCL and 30 affiliates from all over the globe, and we now have 4 PhD students. And we have a number of activities, as you might expect, in any kind of academic department. And so I'll pass over to Ilan to introduce himself and give a bit of background, and then I'll come back.
So hello, I'm Ilan, and I have my Italian dictionary here. Grazie.
And I'm Karina Fernley. My specialism is actually volcano early warning systems. So that's kind of like, if you want to get me onto something, that's the topic I can talk for a long time about. But thank you for organising it. So next to Vesuvius and Campo Flegrei, this is the third volcano I've visited this year. So that's beautiful, thank you. So yeah, really, really happy to be here. So together, Ilan and I head up the Warning Research Centre. So in terms of our responsibilities, we're actually leading Work Package 2. So we're probably going to be working with pretty much everyone here because humans are very central to everything that we are doing. So we're going to be taking the lead in a number of different work packages within the Work Package 2, or different tasks and the outputs of that. So I've highlighted those in 2, but of course we'll be working across with Work Package 3 and Work Package 6 in particular. We'll be working with the demonstrator areas, of course, very critically in the sort of work that's been going on the ground in terms of public engagement and so on. So yeah, we will be talking to all of you, and we're really looking forward to you talking to us, and that's really the whole point, is to have a very large and long conversation and work across all our different boundaries. So finally, we have our social media and information up here, and tomorrow, because it's International Day of Disaster Risk Reduction, bit of a mouthful, we've got a lot of things launching tomorrow, including our new briefing notes. So we're really excited to be talking and doing research on such an important day. Thank you.
Indeed, it was not by chance. All right, next one is the Met Office, and we have Brian here.
Hi, so I'm Brian Golding from the Met Office. Jo Robbins sends her apologies. She's unfortunately unwell and unable to make the trip, but she's hopefully well soon and will be leading from the Met Office point of view. The Met Office itself is the National Meteorological Service for the United Kingdom, headquarters in Devon in Exeter, over 160 years old. Main responsibilities are the Public Weather Service, which is the normal weather forecasts, but in particular the issue of severe weather warnings to protect lives, livelihoods and national infrastructure. But it also contains a large climate research centre, the principal climate research centre in the UK, the Hadley Centre, which provides the scientific advice to the UK government on climate variability and change. And it also has a commercial side, offering consultancy in a whole variety of areas, principally to government, including defence, international development and transport. Here's the team. So Jo will be taking the lead. I'm mainly acting on behalf of the High Impact Weather project, which is I'll be talking about on Friday for the Legacy panel. Fai Fung and James Pope and Jason Lowe are our climate experts who will be contributing from that point of view. Katie Norman, Robert Neal and John Mooney are involved in forecasting and warning of extreme events. And Charlie Pilling is an operational meteorologist in the Flood Forecasting Centre, so he will be bringing an operational view to the work we do. In terms of our involvement,
I will ask you at some point to convene somewhere outside here to do the group photo, the first one. Maybe tomorrow we do another one, but we can have a first group photo out here. Cool, bye.
Right, good afternoon everybody. I'm Katie Freeborough from the British Geological Survey. So the British Geological Survey is the oldest geological survey in the world apparently, just a little bit older than the Met Office, established in 1835. We've got headquarters in Nottingham, which is where I'm from, offices Edinburgh, Cardiff and Wallingford, and actually an office in the Natural History Museum as well, but I don't get to go there very often, sadly. We're a public sector organisation with lots of domestic and international work, and we're partly publicly funded body. So the key thing of that is that we're actually offering impartial geoscientific advice on behalf of the government. So we can advise you, we can't advise you to whether to buy your house on the coast, but we can give you the factual information as to what is available. The UK's premier provider of objective advice, and our key themes are how to use natural resources responsibly, how to manage environmental change, and my area of research, how to be resilient to environmental hazards. So this is the project team for the HuT. I'll be leading on behalf of a lot of experts. So from the Internet of Things point of view, I apologise for my presentation later on because I am not an expert in Internet of Things. That'll be Kath and Christian Ardhart leading from that point of view. Nikhil, landslide and engineering geologist. Vulnerability and exposure, Dr. Roxana, and Vanessa and Claire and from a landslide hazard perspective. And then hazard communication from Anna Hicks. We've also got a subcontracting agreement with the HuT because Dr. Marios is a key person for expertise for us on the Internet of Things and is helping us in our research on Internet of Things. So our tasks within the HuT were spread across most of the work packages apart from work package 3 and work package 7. We're not leading on any tasks, we're contributors to 4 of the packages, and we're leading the demonstrator along with the Met Office, the Dorset County demonstrator, and I'll be talking about that tomorrow. Our main key themes are landslides, heavy rain, modelling and monitoring, and consideration of impact. So we're looking forward to talking to you, a lot of people about that, about impact and landslides research, and learning about your experiences with Internet of Things, and that'll be a presentation from myself after the coffee break. So that's not really worth waiting for, but there we go. That's the end of that one, and I think the final one is up
So, yeah, there is a final one now. Thank you very much. So GNDR. And that's the final one because I don't see Marcel. So I guess we will meet him during the coffee break if he comes during the coffee break, and we will have him presenting just after the coffee break. Please.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm here representing the team from GNDR. And so as you see, GNDR, the full form is we are the global network of civil society organizations for disaster reduction. Who are we? We are the largest international network of civil society organizations working to strengthen resilience and reduce risk in communities. We connect with frontline civil society organizations, with the national and international policy making institutions and governments. We work in influencing policies and practices by amplifying the voices of people most at risk. Our vision is to work in a world in which everyone works together to strengthen the resilience of people most at risk and prevent hazards from becoming disasters. Where are we located? Well, we are a member-led organization, and we have 1,468 members in 127 countries. We have a small secretariat of about 20 plus people, and we have offices in London, Senegal, Kenya, India, Indonesia, and Guatemala, so that we can reach out and work with all our members across the globe. For the HuT project, the team that is going to be involved is Ms. Happy Rehmawati, who is the regional coordinator for Europe, Shivangi Chavda, the program lead, Rebecca Murphy, the policy and external communications lead, Nick Scarborough, external communications coordinator, Naomi Paul and Felix Martin, who will be donor management, and Nick Roberts for finance and compliance. So this is the part of the secretariat who are going to be engaging with the team. So while you see me here today, I'm not going to be working with you all long term. I'm just representing because my colleagues are away and at another meeting, so I'm standing in for them here. So our tasks in the HuT project, we are engaging in 3 work packages. First in work package 1 in demonstrators arena, in public engagement, And then we are going to be working in Work Package 5 and Work Package 6 with the International DRR Nexus Forum, as well as in the communication and outreach and exploitation strategy. So that's what we are going to be working on. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So I guess, as I said, we are not missing anyone but Polytechnic University of Barcelona, but we will have the presentation later, just before starting with useful experiences. So without further ado, I think now at least we know who we are, and who are we missing? Sorry. Somebody? No. Ah, okay, no. Okay, nice meeting you. Okay. And so let's enjoy some coffee, some small things here, and we reconvene at 5 p.m. for next session. Thanks. And I will call you for the picture after you start drinking. Yeah.